the 30 days going live challenge. I just got back in the house. I just got a back facial from my sister, who is currently studying to be an esthetician. Why does my skin look so dry? Oh, girl. I kind of feel like I need to moisturize. Let me get some moisturizer on my face. Okay, so y'all, I'm going to talk about a bunch of shit on this live. It's not going to be coherent. Well, it's all going to be coherent. It's just not going to have any rhyme or reason. It's just stuff that's on my mind. That's better, at least for me. Come on, little edge. I need to wash my hair. Let me get something to drink. Oh, and I still need to cook them damn carrots and asparagus. I've been pretty much out of the house all day. Hold on. Just gonna get me some sweet tea. If you are checking in, you finally called a live. Hey, TJ. Child, because I'm not necessarily sticking to a schedule and announcing, I know it's a little difficult, so I appreciate y'all popping in when you can pop in. Okay. So, what are we going to start talking about first? I got so many freaking things on my mind. I have a bunch of grievances that I have. But how was y'all day? Let's start there before I come with the rah-rah. Because that's what it's giving. It's giving I'm about to come with the rah-rah. I ain't even going to hold y'all. It's just light work. I know it's a super basic setup, but the best lighting is easiest. Y'all love me an iced tea, honey. Anywho, how was your day? How are you feeling? Drop it in the chat, or if you're watching this on replay, drop it in the comments, honey. I am a little overwhelmed. Just a bit. And not in a like, oh my God, I'm panicking kind of way. In a, oh my God, I really don't want to do nothing but play The Sims and eat chocolate cake kind of way. There's so many things happening right now that are requiring my attention. And I'm just like, ugh. It's so hard. Like, it's so hard. Day was busy. So happy tomorrow's Friday. How was your day? Yeah, I kind of feel like that too. Busy. I'm still in Detroit and I'm here until Saturday. So I'm like, now it's down to the last 2 days and a bunch of stuff still need to get done. When I'm here in Detroit, I'm doing a lot to support my dad in business. So it's a bunch of calls, going banks, like stuff, just a bunch of stuff, like administrative stuff, to handle business. And then on top of that, I am trying to do things for my channel. And then I also have a client that, two clients under one manager. So it's just a bunch. And then in addition to that, it's also like the creative projects. So the shows that I'm trying to sell and pitch and do all of that. Like all of those things are like happening. It just, sometimes it gets really hard to keep all of the balls up in the air. So I feel like it's one of those days, but it's not necessarily a bad day. If I could have it my way, I would be able to just focus solely on one thing at a time, which I can do a little bit more in LA when I'm there. But when I'm traveling and like able to be in Detroit or able to be in Baltimore, I have to handle whatever I need to handle when I'm physically here. So it makes it more like I am multitasking And I don't really love multitasking anymore. Like the older I get, the less multitasking actually appeals to me. Um, so yeah, I really want to record a bunch of videos tonight. I don't know how many I'm gonna be able to get edited, but I need to jump on that because I'm a little bit behind with the channel. I am excited that I'm sticking with the going live here because I'm actually seeing a difference on the back end slowly but surely. So if you need a push, you need a jump start, you need something, um, commit to a challenge. Like challenge yourself to do something and just stay consistent and again committed to it and watch things shift for you. Like my subscribers on the channel hasn't jumped up crazily, but just in committing and showing up here and just talking, it has put me in a practice of not necessarily commodifying myself to just television and film commentary, but like opening myself up and getting practice and just sharing whatever I'm thinking or whatever I'm feeling. And in a lot of ways, on a lot of days, some of the things I've shared have seemingly been very helpful and impactful to people. And it's like I would have never thought to make a video about this or to share it unless I was in this particular practice. So that has been really great. Um, but the random stuff I want to talk about. Drake and Kendrick, their beef. Like I know it's like a little low right now, but when I tell y'all I cannot get BBL Drizzy out of my head, I keep hearing it in my head, and I have thoughts around that, which I want to talk about. I have thoughts about Culture Vultures and DJ Vlad specifically, but also the Breakfast Club because it's F them at this point. I got a bunch of pop culture commentary because I be sitting chilling in the cut. I didn't want to turn my other channel into like some type of like tea channel or whatever, but I do feel like I need to start speaking out on some of the things that I actually feel because regardless of it seeming negative or being critical or whatever, some of this just need to be said. I'm really excited that we're in a place as Black people where we're being a little bit more guarded and we're holding people accountable and making people responsible for their actions, for their words, for their intentions or lack thereof as it pertains to us, because enough is a motherfucking enough. As a former Drake girly, as a girl that was ready to ride at dawn for Aubrey Drake Graham for the better half of the last 10 years, I am so excited he got his ass whooped this last week. Very excited. I am not moved by the shooting at his house because that shit was planned by him and or some other stuff that he's going to try to use to distract so that he can get some air. And I'm like, no, don't help him up. Kendrick keep beating his ass because he deserves it. Drake turned his back on his core audience, which is women, specifically Black women. And then he went into a season or era, whatever the hell you want to call it, of mocking, belittling, dismissing, and undervaluing said women. And now he finds himself in need of protection of said women because had he not alienated his female audience, his woman audience, this whole little moment would look a lot differently. There would have been a whole lot of get behind me Drakes if he was actually honoring women and he ain't enter his incel era. He ain't enter his um basically just I hate women era. All to please a bunch of niggas that want to be him. Like I never understood that. I never understood Drake's shift in this whole like when he released Her Loss. Like I got off the Drake train when he was back in Tory and talking about Meg lied. That pissed me off to no end. And then also on Her Loss, he like took shots at Serena husband, which is some clown he just said certain stuff and it's just like, and that ain't even getting me to. I think for all the dogs, it got a song on there or a track on there about American slave. It's like, sir, sir, I actually liked you. I was obsessed with you at one point. Like it was you over everybody. What was I thinking? So I've been really reveling in the ass whooping that Drake has been catching over the last week. And I really appreciate it, not in that, well, for it holding Drake accountable to how he appears within the culture and how he basically um is appropriate in culture, regardless of him being biracial. He's not a Black American. So him out here gallivanting and pretending like he is and using it to make a bunch of money, but then not actually giving a fuck about us, not actually just, he don't give a fuck about us, period. Um, it's opened a greater conversation around other people who are visiting the culture, who are making money off the culture, but not sewing into it any kind of way, aren't honoring or supporting Black people in any kind of real way. And I love this for us. DJ Vlad, in that whole tweet storm that he did after that Princeton professor told him to be quiet because this is a Black affair and talking about the beef, and he got all in his Karen slash Kevin bag and decided that he wanted to try to get her fired, and then now he's trying to act like he didn't and he apologized. Sir, go to hell. At this point, don't none of our Black asses need to take our asses to go sit with DJ Vlad. I'm excited for this moment where it's seeming like we are backing away from the bullshit. We are not allowing ourselves to be used and abused anymore. And we're calling it out. We're calling it for what it is. Like I'm very excited. I'm not watching no damn DJ Vlad interviews. Anybody who's gone on DJ Vlad and hasn't the interviews hasn't been released yet, I hope they get ahead of it, because once he starts dropping it, they're gonna have to drop disclaimers of like, this was filmed before DJ Vlad got his ass kicked the hell out of the culture. This was before. And even then we ain't watching the shit. Love that. Absolutely love that. Did y'all watch Kendrick? I mean, not Kendrick. Did y'all watch Cat Williams' stand-up special on Netflix? Because I did, and I got thoughts. I love Cat Williams, but I kind of fell asleep on it twice. And it wasn't because it was so boring, but it also, I don't know what I was expecting. But I wasn't expecting that. It was a lot of general conversation. I feel like he gave all of his good material away on Club Shay Shay, which I hate that for him. Like, he had better punchlines and jokes in that 3-hour interview than he did in his 1-hour special. So I'm kind of looking at him like, okay, I'm gonna need you to come up with something else, because you're not going hard enough for people. Like, you saying stuff that's like kind of funny, but it's not laugh out loud funny. Like the Club Shay Shay interview, so many little punchlines and stuff that he said was like laugh out loud funny. But get your bag, Cat. Get your bag. What else is on my mind? This is a bunch of pop culture, y'all. While I sit in, where's my bag? One second. I need a pencil sharpener. Alright, y'all gotta stay with me one more time. I got a list of videos that I want to make, and I left it in my car. Alright. I'm gonna show this damn list of videos to make from forever now. Now I gotta really make them. All right. so it's just expensive. Oh, I did a bunch of notes already for a lot of this. I've had to do it on the go, y'all. This live is literally gonna be whatever comes to mind. Nothing fully planned because it's the end of the day. Trash. And all I'm doing is trying to catch up on YouTube channel work. It sounds like a plant. Okay, I also need to pull photos from this last episode. I'm not gonna show y'all this time because I did that on day, what was that, day 4? Where I showed y'all using this, pulling photos from the most recent episode of a show. I didn't know it had to be full screen. If y'all have questions for me, you can feel free to drop them. It's a great time to do so. Since I don't really have an agenda for this live. Okay, so what I will give people is that they look good together. They're very cute. They're very aesthetically pleasing people. But it's like y'all work in theory, but practicality, boo. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. You know, I watched a YouTube video about Cat Williams avoiding Kevin Hart. Television star Williams and Francis Chappelle as the king. That's so true. Y'all, the Shy comes back Tomorrow. I need to get my Deshaun content up. See, this is why I'm overwhelmed, y'all. This is why I'm so behind. You know something that like annoys me, and it's low key why I shifted out of offering so many services, uh, or just services in general. Like I cut my client list more than half, like down to 10% of what I was um, handling before, just because I'm kind of like over the rigmarole of it all, right? So one of the easiest way to jump into entrepreneurship is to provide a service, so to have an expertise in something and then offer that expertise to someone for a particular fee. But the problem in I work with a lot of black people. I love black people. I love myself. I love people that look like me. Um, I love our stories. I always want to uplift us. I feel like we get the short end of the stick a lot. So I also pretty much naturally gravitate towards working with us and using all my talents and intellect to uplift us. But when I tell you, sometimes it can be the most frustrating shit ever to like know that you prioritize people and you like I be trying to look out all the time. Like I am always just really trying to look out. And I have conversations where people don't register that. And I get it. Like other people, everybody running their own businesses, right? And they're trying to make ends meet and inflation and shit is like real, right? And when you're just starting out, you don't have money. But I've had clients where like I had a conversation today where I needed to like explain the invoice, and I'm just like, but you didn't need me to explain the phone calls, the meetings, the research, the strategy, all of the things that I've already put in. But now that it comes time to pay me, now I need to explain why you have to pay this price, and it's not even my full rate. Like I'm looking out and like trying to give people a break, and then you still want to nickel and dime me over the rate that's the break. Like this is the thing that makes me not want to do services because I hate it. It's a waste of my time going back and forth. Like I hate the bill collection part of it. Like I've had clients in the past who will be months behind in paying, and that takes resources. Like at the time I had, a small team. But I'm still paying people to do stuff, and I don't want to pay people to come track down money that you owe me because the services were already rendered. And I'm just like thinking about the conversation I had today of like how I quoted them this certain thing, and not only were you past due on the invoice for last month, but you want a bunch of extras this month. I already have done research and planning and like putting certain things together. It took a meeting to lay out what the strategy is for the next 90 days. And now you look at my reduced rate and you're like, well, oh, what is all of this going to include? Is this going to include this? Is this going to include this? And it's like, no, this is the bare minimum because I understand that you're trying to work with a budget, but this is the best that I can do. And I'm not finna bend over backwards and no, like I'm already working at a reduced rate. I'm already giving you more than I typically would. And then even that is not enough. So I say all that to say, it's like, how can this be impactful without it just being me venting, right? If you are a person who offering services, there's a point in it where you're getting started where you just gotta do, you gotta make something shake. And sometimes you have to concede and do things for less and barely break even. Like I've done that before, but I'm not in that stage in my career. I've done entirely too much. Um, and it's not something the services are not something I want to prioritize or am trying to grow. If anything, like I said, I have let go most of my clients so that I don't have to do this because I don't actually enjoy this particular part of it. So it's at that point where you have to know that like this is my basement and I'm not going below it. It's perfectly fine if this is too rich for your blood, but you need to go find somebody else. And one thing that I could say specifically for my circumstances, like you're not going to find somebody to do all that I was doing for the rate that I was doing it. You're going to find somebody at the bare minimum to charge you 3 times as much. But good luck. Like we gotta know our worth. We gotta um not hold on tightly to things that are not actually serving us and actually are going to cost us. Because when I really just sit down and think about all that I'm doing and all that's going into it and all that they're expecting, it's like at this point you're costing me because you're not paying me even a full-time rate in reference to like full-time salary, but you're requiring full-time hours and amount of stuff that needs to be done. And on top of that, I'm doing a bunch of shit from scratch. Like, I have to establish your brand from scratch. I have to do all your market research from scratch. I have to do your content strategy from scratch. Like, you have absolutely nothing for me to go off of. And I'm over here doing not only video editing for the things that you've given me, but graphic editing and all of that stuff, that requires multiple people. And I'm holding certain things down on my own. And you want to look at me with this rate that I provided you and then question it? Baby, good luck, honey. Good luck finding somebody to do more for less, or even finding somebody to do all that I'm doing or have done for what I charged you. Sorry, I'm trying to color correct my live reactions video I did the other day. Just drop the exposure a little bit. I don't know if there's any service-based entrepreneurs in my audience, but that's just a thought. Oh shoot! Oh, I need to plug this up. Oh my god, y'all! Hold on 1 second, because I still need another clip from this video. I'm literally editing, not editing. I'm trying to stitch these together because I film my live reactions in separate moments. So I watch half the episode, and during half the day. And I forgot to transfer this other file, so y'all bear with my ass real quick. I'm gonna try to get it while I'm still on live. It might pause. So very sorry if it does. Okay. Um, how do I? Okay. I literally thought I got all of the files, but I did not. Okay, that goes there. Trying to pull these files off of my phone. I cannot wait to get back to Baltimore. And I'm gonna do my nails. My nails are jacked up. But y'all, I've been mowing lawns and doing oil changes and whatnot. Because what? I'm a firstborn daughter, which basically means I'm the goddamn son. But I bought. Let me go get them while this transfers real quick. Hold on. I'm doing this like charm bracelet thing. I think that's off. Yeah. I'm doing this charm bracelet thing. So it's gonna be like almond shaped gold tips. But like chunky, funky decals on them. And then I got these for my birthday. Can y'all see that? It says Gemini, which I'm still processing, y'all. If you don't know the story, in January, I had my birth chart pulled and I realized that I'm not a Cancer. I'm a Gemini because I was born before noon on June 21st. And on that day, there's a split. I'm technically very cuspy. And if I was born in the afternoon or evening, I would have been a Cancer. But since I was born in the morning, I'm the tail end of Gemini. So I'm trying to embrace it, y'all. I'm trying to embrace it. But yeah, I'm really excited to like put these things. I feel like y'all might not get the vision. I don't know. Let me see. I have a Pinterest board with a bunch of it on there. Oh, Angela, I didn't see that you had messages. My bad. It was only showing me top messages. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see. Didn't see you. What am I doing? Pinterest. So I can show y'all. I did watch. It wasn't funny. Not yet. How was it? I feel like he's been with folks that aren't funny. He's lost his edge on the special. I actually saw him live and he was on tour recently at the Club Shisha interview. And it was just okay. That's all they are. I wish I was coming 12. You are doing a lot of work. I need to read a book and bring stuff to you. That's hilarious. Okay. Here go my little inspo. You don't see that? Dang, I missed a bunch of messages. I'm so sorry. Angela, if you catch this on replay, I'm so sorry. I was not ignoring you. My little chat was not updating. And TJ, I didn't see yours either when I originally talked about Cat Williams. I don't know why I was doing that. But this is some of my inspo. I think this is so cute, but I want like a little bit more chunky. Like that, like chunky like that. Even though I didn't get any pearls. But I don't want to do too much because I'm not a nail girly in reference to like shit just hanging off and all that. Like that is not my steez. Like this is pushing the boundaries for me. At some point I want to do this, but this isn't this set. That might be for my birthday. And I wasn't even a nail girly, honestly. This also is inspo, but I don't do this damn long. But in reference to the whole charm bracelet, I'm trying to get it to focus, y'all. It's just one of the inspos on my Pinterest board. Another one. I got the stuff to do this and I never did it, but I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna do this at some point. I love this. Love, 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 love. Yeah, that's all I got for the charm bracelet moment that I'm going to do. I'm so excited. Oh yeah, so like this too. I love that. It's not focusing. Child, I don't know. Love that. So somewhere in between that one and then a little bit more like crazier ones. Somewhere in between, honey. Somewhere in between. That one's your favorite? That one's so much more simple, but still like, it's a little something, a little something, something. I only really got into nails because I didn't even grow up into nails because I was a basketball player, so we couldn't have them. So it just never became a thing for me. I recently started getting into it more just because I'm like acting and like even my YouTube channel and like people recognizing me. I'm like, I need to look like something when people run into me. And I like being able to express myself creatively. So that's really why I'm like into it. And it's different. I love creative outlets. I can live or die. I mean, I can live without nails, period, but it's a creative thing to do. Um, and especially when I go through phases or moments where I feel like I'm not being creative or I'm going through like creative stalemate or I'm being restricted. I can't do something, like finding other ways to be creative is really, really helpful. So I think I also started to get into like doing my nails and stuff like that to kind of offset those feelings and those moments, you know? Okay, so um, I literally recorded this live reaction on my second phone and I'm trying to get this up right now. But I was at my dad's freaking industrial cleaning business during half of the day when I recorded it, and then I was at my sister's house the second half. So, child, it looks interesting. Grandmother Fine, please hush. The stuff that I say sometimes is just like, Ariel, what made you say that? What were you thinking? Okay, I can't even edit this, so they're gonna have to bear with me. I'm like fast forward through parts because I need to record. I can't be focusing too much on this. Delete. care about this, but I can show you this. Y'all ain't gonna be able to hear it, but me like doing a quick edit. It's not heavy at all because I gotta move on. Can't focus too much on this. The program I'm using is Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm so shady in this damn live reactions. This is hilarious. I'm like pulling right now. I'm pulling some like highlights of some of the things that I said, and I'm putting them at the beginning so people can get a gist of like what's to come. The end of this was not that great, so I can cut out probably so much of this because I don't really respond much at all. Child, this is why I'd rather just record it on my damn computer because then I don't have to do this. I have certain things set up where I don't have to go back and edit once I do my live reactions because I'm like editing in the moment as I'm doing it. I'm just cutting out a bunch of like dead space, and when I'm not really reacting, I'm just watching. I'm cutting all of that out, and I can just see that visually from the waveform. I don't know. It might not be close enough for y'all to actually make that out. I don't know. Hey, Nzinga, welcome in, boo. I don't know if I can make it over. Because y'all can't really see. Hold on. Without it being in my damn lap itself, I don't know how to make it tighter. That's the best I can do, y'all. So y'all can tell, but I'm literally cutting out the dead space. Jordan Baker. I be irritated with Jordan's ass, child. When I rewatch myself back when I'm talking about Jordan, I'm like, girl, you do not like this boy. This is hilarious, y'all. Y'all, editing can be very boring, especially when it's stuff like this. All right, we just gonna be done. Let's export. Not me holding it on there, girl. Girl. Upload it for the members. Do y'all want me to stay on live while I record? Is Olivia cheating? Should Spencer be worried about Ashley? Why Layla is with Jordan? And is Dion the next Spencer James? Those are 4 videos that I already wrote down my little bullet points for, so I can record these and get them up. I don't know if y'all interested in me staying on live while I do it. Let me know. And then Zinga, if you're still in here, honey, this should be a great example because, baby, my ass is all over the place in this live, but we still showing up, and that's the point. We ain't gonna always have it all together and have it all planned out, and that's okay. The whole point is to just still show up. Okay. So that is uploaded. My back feels so smooth, y'all. My sister did a back facial on me, and it just feels like butter, and I'm like, ah, oh, I need this like once a month. She did extractions and everything. I'm like, yes. Okay. While that exports, I don't know if my like chat is not refreshing because it's not showing me any of y'all's messages. I don't know if y'all are typing them or what. I don't know if we having technical difficulties this live or what is going on. Open reset. All right, y'all. I think I'm actually going to end it. Y'all ain't vote to say that y'all wanted to watch me do the live. I mean, do the recording. So I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to see y'all back tomorrow for day 9. Drop in the comments what you want day 9 to be focused on. I'm gonna do Ask Me Anything on day 10 because I have a flight back to Baltimore and I'm probably gonna do it in the airport. So it'll be like an airport Ask Me Anything. So you can also drop your questions in the comments of this video. I was gonna put it on social media so I can get a bunch of questions from people. Yeah, thank y'all for joining me. See you tomorrow.